Alright, here's how Pokemon news works. You watch a trailer, you wait a few minutes, you go to the website to fill in the blanks, everything's cool. The problem with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is that there's just way too much information excluded from the trailers. We have Pokemon Home updates. We have Event Tera Raids, like the Event Max Raid battles in Pokemon Sword and Shield. You wouldn't have known that just from watching the trailer, and there's so much more. So, this news drop actually a lot more exciting and hype building than you initially thought. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, share with your friends, comment your thoughts down below. Look at this! Extra details, extra images, just stuff about the teased Pokemon. So what's going on here? The Scarlet book and the Violet book. So the respective books are going to be in the games, and it's records from an expedition. They were written long ago. Expedition is said to have traversed an uncharted area of the Paldea region, but whether or not the accounts are true remains unclear. It seems Arven always carries a copy of one of the books with him, and then we can kind of see what's going on. Photographs and sketches of unidentified creatures fill the pages of the Scarlet book and Violet book. Why was this not shown earlier? Why is this not something that happened back in July and then was used as a vector to reveal new Pokemon? Because that is hype. That is exciting. That also reminds me of the first trailer where we had all of this like I Spy stuff going on. That became a part of the logo. We're still kind of waiting to see how this plays out for Pokemon reveals, the legendary Pokemon, who even knows? Even when it comes to like other things. That looks like a figure of Iono in the background or something teasing it. So I was expecting this to be like an interactive I Spy game at one point. August, September, you go around and it hints or reveals new Pokemon, or they just kind of keep referring to this over the course of the reveals for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. It seems like the ball was dropped in every possible way, because again, like the book, other things could have made this happen. And then we just get details, so we actually get to see more of the Pokemon. So it's not like they're trying to super hide the reveal or make it a surprise when you get to the website. And then we also get information about it, like a Pokedex entry. So really we just don't have the name and the typing. And it's too on those be like, whoa, is that a new Donphan form? No, everyone knows it's a new Donphan form. Even people with the IQ below room temperature can at least figure out this is a new Donphan form. So, the interesting thing is this also kind of feels like a legendary Pokemon initial reveal, where you don't get the typings, you don't get like any of the details, it's just some loose lore about it and not the Pokedex entry. So, the monster known as Great Tusk. Book describes how the savage monster attacked the expedition team with its large body and mortally wounded one of the explorers. Every once in a while, Pokemon slips into death, and it's spicy. So, it is said that when Iron treads, curls its body and rolls to attack, leaves the trail gouged in the ground as if it has scorched the earth. Okay, so yeah, fighting Donphan, fire Donphan, extra details. Why weren't they just actually more upfront about it? But now we have some other news to talk about because the Pokemon Home update is hype. Look at that. That's exciting. That should get you ready for Pokemon battles. Things are gonna be cool, and I wonder how representative this is. Tyranitar, already like a strong, oppressive Pokemon, really gonna run away with like Terra types. Same thing with Salamence. Chansey top 4, Hippowdon 5th. This tracks. This actually seems like it's gonna be pretty close to reality, minus the Goodra, but maybe there's something busted about typing Goodra in testing. It actually has like super rainbow coverage, so you tack in something else, and now you just have like a fat special wall that's hitting you with crazy stab or crazy super effective hits. Really, nothing's going to survive the Goodra. Interesting. And then there's like those extra details. It did not occur to me until I saw this that, oh yeah, we're going to need the battle data, and you're going to have to click on it to see the most used Terra types of a Pokemon. And that's going to be in Pokemon Home. That's actually like good for scouting and just overall good for like competitive inspiration stuff. Like I've gone to Pokemon Home and be like, what's going on with the movesets, or like what items are being used, and then have that influence my guides or some team stuff. It's like, oh, okay, that's a nice little combination. We're gonna see how that works. Also, it is a vector of frustration because you go there, it's like the move that just beat me, not even ranked. The item combination, not even ranked. Literally a 1% chance I lose that battle because of just shenanigans. So we're gonna see how that works. But yo, the support for competitive, it's there. This is going to be the best competitive generation. Tera types seem like overwhelming and way too complicated. That's where you thrive as a casual battler. You're going to throw something that a competitive player could never have expected. It's going to be so nonsense and gimmicky. You're just going to steal wins. Be happy that you can steal wins and find a way to improve now that like Pokemon competitive has gotten like so crazy and out of control. Also, Tera Raid battles that are special. Charizard's not in the game, but you can get it through Event Tera Raids, like the Event Raids in Pokemon Sword and Shield. That really wasn't shown or elaborated on, and this could also be really good for getting competitive Pokemon. Biggest worry is going to be the hacking issue, because while quality of life has improved, this is just hidden power all over again, but worse, I think. Because, like, yeah, finding a rare raid and then having to, like, get the right Pokemon, then training it up, depending on the accessibility, is going to get rough. Fortunately, Pokemon Home going to be spring 2023. Again, just like a lot of weirdness and like a lot of people just being nonsensical about wanting or expecting Pokemon Home on release for absolutely no reason. I don't know, Pokemon community is just living in a fantasy land and being toxic about it for a very long time now. We know about Hisuian Zoroark, other Hisuian transfer Pokemon. The longer without hacks from Pokemon Home flooding in, the better. And yeah, it seems like things are coming together really well. So we got the Pikachu bonus, we have the Battle Stadium. So Battle Stadium, you can enjoy online battles, trainers around the world. Casual battles let you compete in a fun, easygoing way without worrying too much about wins or losses. Try taking on these battles with the Pokemon companions you've brought along across the Paldea region. Ranked battles will be available starting December 2022, and online competitions will release in 2023. So late online competitions, kind of unfortunate. Ranked battles not being in the game from the get-go, I'm okay with that because, yeah, it means, like, you have time to get a competitive team. And also, it kind of offsets the hacking just a little bit. Gives an unfair advantage, indisputable. Being able to skip hundreds of hours of gameplay to then have more practice and more Pokemon than your opponent is an objective advantage. But having it to where it's like, hey, at least I have a couple of weeks to scrap together some kind of team legitimately and not get immediately blown out by cheating. That's going to feel pretty nice on the ranked battles. So what I really liked was the Galar beginnings. That was like my peak as a competitive battler. Except for Generation 4. I was like the best Pokemon player in the world back in like 2010 or something. Not a doubt in my mind. I was just too poor to go to events. So we kind of lose like that magic of like a big starting tournament. But online competitions around spring 2023, that's cool. Hopefully, like, there's at least one before Pokemon Home, but I do like that we are going to have a ranked ladder that seems like it's going to be competitive and playable depending on the hacking situation. After that, we have the Rotom phone cases. So I pointed this out in the trailer, and I went, wow, why is it that, like, the most exciting part of the trailer is Rotom phone customization, and it's at, like, the very end, and it's, like, after the trailer, and it's in, like, all of the promotional stuff? It's just kind of weird. And it was kind of reminding me of when I was watching the Pokemon Sun and Moon trailers, because the end of Pokemon, or not the end, but like the final Pokemon Sun and Moon trailer just built more hype than any Pokemon Scarlet and Violet trailer, and it was just reusing gameplay. So like reused gameplay from game to game depending on the marketing is also just so much different. It's weird. So your phone can reveal your past lives to me, and that's through this. That depending on what game you have, you can have a different phone case, and that's going to be pretty cool. The Let's Go one! Oh, it's too nostalgic. I have to use it. You can't not use it. And then we get those interesting details about how many hours of play to get to what point in the game. It seemed fairly accurate with the wild area in Pokemon Sword and Shield. They are going to overestimate just for like kids and super casual play, and also like kind of getting lost in exploration just a little bit. So I guess like, you know, 45 minutes to an hour of like tutorial, setting it up, learning about the school, going through all that, and then when you're fully unlocked, 2 hours max, that's when you can start doing all the open world stuff and getting all these extra bonuses. So there we go on that. Then we have Tera Raid battle events, give you the chance to encounter certain Pokemon or Tera types. After the release of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Tera Raid battle events will allow you to take on specific Pokemon or encounter Pokemon with certain Tera types more frequently. Oh, yes, this part was something I was not expecting, because it's like, oh, you get one of those max raid battle events in Pokemon Sword and Shield. They've been really trashed for the last couple of years, because like nothing interesting or exciting has really come out of them. So it's like, yeah, I really want a Quagsire. I really want a shiny Cloyster. I don't use these Pokemon. So it really didn't give you too much battle on the events. Now, some of the events early on, when they were like pumping out the Dynamax, or not the Dynamax, the Gigantamax Pokemon, and giving out other things, those were good. Those had value. 6 IV Ditto, oh, breeding raids were awesome. But then, like, it depended on how much fan service and quality of life they wanted to give us for the Tera Raids. This is going to be huge, where it's like, oh, I've been looking for that Ghost Vaporeon. Let's go encounter these Ghost Tera Raid events going on. Tera Raid crystals related to these events may look ordinary at first glance, but they are shrouded in a mysterious aura. So, similar to the Max Raid Battle Dens having the purple beam, these are going to stand out as well, and they're also going to have something on the map. Catch Eevee in the first Tera Raid Spotlight. So, November 24th, Sunday 27th. Not directly as the game comes out, so you got a little bit of time to, again, play the game, beat the game, catch up in the story, get to the point where you're farming Tera Raids. During this event, Eevee will be appearing more frequently, and they will have various Tera types. Hopefully various Tera types means more than just grass, fire, or water. Or actually, hopefully more than just its base typings for the evolutions. Again, I've been thinking up some nasty stuff, man, and it's going to be really fun to see how this plays out. Trainers from around the world, see what Eevee you find, get your preferred Tera type. We also don't know how breeding works with Tera types, so Tera Raids into breeding could also get very interesting, and other competitive things. If bottle caps are more accessible and don't need a max level Pokemon, that's going to be really good for competitive as well. So all of this gameplay stuff is really coming together. It just kind of keeps with the trend of the Pokemon reveals are very disappointing, the overall marketing is bad, but the games are incredible. So you can also download the latest Pokeportal news by selecting the Pokeportal from the X menu, then Mystery Gift, and then Pokeportal news. So Pokeportal, new Wild Area news, and yeah, like we just have exciting stuff going on. And then we have the unrivaled Charizard in Black Crystal Tera Raid battles. During your adventures, you may find black crystals that look different than the ones you ordinarily approach. The Pokemon you face at the Black Tera Raid crystals are much stronger and give you much more exciting rewards. This is what I get excited for when it comes to new Pokemon games. Quality of life, resource management, the gameplay loop being satisfying. That's what made Pokemon Let's Go the second best Pokemon games. That's what made Pokemon Sword and Shield the third best, because you just play the game. You do catch combos, shiny Pokemon, experience, items, high IV Pokemon. It all came together. Pokemon Sword and Shield, you do tons of raids, you turn around, wow, I can just get multiple Pokemon level 100, I can bottle cap a couple of them, we have IVs for breeding, everything came together wonderfully. You get Watts, boom, Digging Duo. You get the DLC, boom, crafting with the Cramomatic. It was so good. TM crafting, also in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Now, it's really going to come down to what resets Tera Raids. Are there going to be items like in Pokemon Sword and Shield that start up a battle, or will you actually have to wait through in-game passage of time or real-time passage of time? Since we did have the time skip in Pokemon Sword and Shield, that made things a lot easier. So maybe what if there's only like 10 Black Tera Raid crystals and they reset every 24 hours? And if there is no way of time skipping, then yeah, this could be a part of like your daily routine to get crazy rewards. Then resetting the normal raids also going to be interesting. So we have the mightiest Charizard, December 1st through 4th, and then December 15th through 18th. So this kind of stuff just kind of happens. Event schedule, boom, Thursday, all that. Mighty Mark, some marks are back in. Dragon, all kinds of power. This Charizard will have the same mark, ability, and moves regardless of when it was caught during the event. Can only... Whoa! Special Charizard can only be caught once per save data. Oh, wait, never mind. Caught once, not encountered. Still be able to participate in Black Crystal Tera Raid battles and receive rewards even after you've already caught Charizard with the mark. May appear again in other events or encounterable in different ways. Ugh, so much other stuff. It seems like it can have different Tera types. So if you're looking for a special Charizard Tera type, it's not only going to be this dragon one. Now I'm wondering if Black Tera Crystals are going to be event early, or if they're always available for some kind of like encounter with a strong Pokemon whenever it's up, because it says it's going to be appearing at Black Tera Raid crystals during the 2 time periods. So again, this could function like that one den in Pokemon Sword and Shield that is like very exclusive, depending on if you had like the special crystal or event item for it. If that's the case, that means like, yeah, this isn't going to be super farmable, but maybe like you join other people's raids, depending on the exclusivity, depending on the timing and stuff, and yeah, then it just works out. Also, the regular raids seem pretty good as well, and that's it. I pulled up this page to be like, why don't we have Donphan already? Because we have the details. We're just missing this part from this page. But overall, the raids are looking good. The online system is looking good. Pokemon Home integration, all of that good stuff. A lot more to be excited about than you thought. Weird, this is a week before a game comes out information, but that's where we're at. Game's still looking to be the best Pokemon game ever, and gets more exciting with all these little updates and details. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.